ULTRAMAXIMUS, and this, of course, is the secret variant. Thank you again for joining us here on the best final order show available. Because why? Well, because I'm not the guy who's trying to sell the brick back to you at an inflated price next week after FOC closes. I am just a guy who's trying to make sure that whether you're a super collector or an independent shop or just anybody who's trying to figure out what books are coming out, well, that's what the secret variant is for. This is the top to bottom final order cutoff list for 9/10/2023. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe to our content, of course, and leave me a comment if you're watching on the rewind. Of course, like and share the video, click the notification bell. I'm sorry, I got disturbed by a cat and it just disturbed me. Don't forget to click the notification bell for notifications for when we go live. Hi, kitty. I didn't know you were in the office. Like and share the video. And, of course, thank you for all of you wonderful subscribers. You guys are the greatest of all YouTube subscribers, but don't want to forget I'm over there on Rumble as well. All right, and of course, one of these days I'm going to do another pickup video. So when Franco's Comics finally sees that pickup video, he's going to be like, man, no wonder you haven't shown anybody. Trying to put sets together and stuff. You know me. All right, but don't forget to also check out my friends. Good people. So apparently Drunken Chats tonight. I asked last night, and he said, we're going to do it later. I said, okay, cool. I'm going to take a nap before work. And when you take nap roulette, that means you don't know when you're going to wake up. Well, I woke up this morning, so I missed work last night, so I definitely have to go to work tonight. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. We're going to see what's up. Follows are always appreciated, whether it be on Facebook, on IG, or on Twitter. You can find me available on all three of those outlets. And when I eventually, of course, get caught up in my personal life and, get some things taken care of that I really need to take care of, I'll eventually be loading my sales stuff, my for sale books, into collection curation. So make sure you follow me on that page as well. That's just my sales page. But you really want to hang out with the dude. You want to hang out with some good people who aren't here to make money off you, but help you understand what's only the rarest. Well, that's where this Discord's going to come into play. You can come check me out. That's where I'm hanging. Super Chat, apparently it might be active. I'm not really sure. It's day in, day out. It switches because YouTube's crazy like that. So if you're really feeling frisky and you want to direct support me, it's at Cash App ULTRAMAXIMUS or PayPal.me/ULTRAMAXIMUS. And if you support my comic book journalism endeavor, I will put that money towards more comic books. Promise. Or coffee, one or the other. And of course, some of the comics I might be purchasing will be from Drew's Wanna Comics eBay page, or maybe some of his Whatnot sales, or even his eBay Live. Yo, did y'all catch eBay Live with Wanna Comics? If you didn't, you missed out. Also, Comic Barricade, helping you keep your comic books upright in their comic book boxes. Oh, forgot to turn that off. Everybody blowing me up while I'm live. Gotta put them on silent. So, comicbarricade.com, helping you keep your comic books upright in your comic book boxes, and is the reason why I have to click that paid promotion, even though I'm not really paid off it. I told them I'd do it for free. So I still have to kind of click the paid promotion thing just because it looks like I'm paid. But no, I'm not actually paid by Comic Barricade. I just like representing a good product, and Toker's a good dude. And he also gave me this code ULTRA to get 10% off his orders. So order in bulk, use code ULTRA, get yourself a little bit of a discount, and enjoy the endeavors that is comicbarricade.com. And of course, the tune that you just heard is by the wonderful Carl Casey at Wipeout Audio. Wipeoutaudio.com here on YouTube, of course. They're also on Spotify, and they also have wipeoutaudio.com. Make sure you check them out. Also, hit up Mr. Hurd S. Eric, a.k.a. Eric Hurd, for your comic book variant cover needs, as well as your awesome, spectacular logo work. The man, the myth, the legend himself was gracious enough to redesign my UM logo to this fantastic beast. And man, does it hit. Because look at that over the secret variant logo, right? Like, can you imagine any other logo above that? I can't anymore. So thank you, Mr. Hurd, you're great. And hello, everybody, I am the ULTRAMAXIMUS. Hair in a ponytail, yeah, it's there. It's thin in spots, but it's still there. I'm proud to say that in my 40s, I'm successfully regrowing hair without minoxidil or Rogaine. So, it's a tough thing to do. But I spent years clogging up the pores in my scalp with pomade and hair gel and stuff like that because I have naturally curly hair, and always did stuff to basically ruin it. So basically, I'm trying to fight for my hair back in my 40s because I was an idiot. Who knows? Maybe I'll drop some Amazon links to some of the stuff I'm using nowadays. But life is good for the most part. Hope you all are doing well. Happy Saturday. I'm sorry I'm a day late, but never a dollar short on giving you guys the best in FOC entertainment programming. So what we're going to do here, this is the secret variant. Again, I go on the FOC list, top to bottom, from Penguin Random House previews, as well as Lunar distribution. So what does that mean? That means you don't miss any of the books that are going to be on final order cutoff this weekend. Lunar distribution's due tomorrow. Some of the preview stuff is due Monday, but you know what? Get your orders in tomorrow with your comic shop to ensure that you are not on the tail end of allocations, because allocations may occur on some of these things. Also, when we are dealing with this here, we are dealing with some very spoilerific items. So we're going to be looking at books on their comic book covers. I might even talk about some things. I may spoil you, okay? So I'm sorry to do that if that happens. But you know, this is the name of the game we do in order to make sure that we do not miss out, especially for you guys who are incentive variant chasers. This is, of course, your show. If you are an LCS and you're trying to put your books on your shelf, well, you're doing so with the intent to make sure that you don't miss out on one of those incentives for a cool book. So let's get the show started. This is your secret variant, and we are top to bottom going to be looking at every book. So let's start off with our first publisher. Ablaze Publishing up this evening. We start off with the Mighty Barbarians number 6. We have an A cover, this B cover, and this C cover. So you know what that means. Cover D is your throwback DC homage. That's right, Kitty. That's right, my cats are named after Transformers. Mighty Barbarians number 6, cover A, or I'm sorry, cover E. Well, it's the same as cover A. This is your 10 copy incentive, but it's a version of the cover A. This is your cover B, virgin, and then this is your cover C, virgin. Then they give you the line art of the cover C, but they only give you the cover D in that one format, which is what I've been finding interesting, is that there's people who chase this. And it's like the trade dress like helps sell it because it's like retro trade dress. But for the rest of you guys who are after Alan Qua's art, oh boy. Well, here you go. 50 copy black and white incentive on a Ablaze Publishing Mighty Barbarians number 6. High ratio incentive for the clobbering. Ahoy Comics, of course, giving us some Lunar distribution orders due tomorrow. And this is Project Cryptid, number 2 of 6. And then we've got cover B is your 3 copy incentive. It's a weird looking cover. Archie Comics is up next, giving you the Archie Jumbo Comics Digest number 344. Spectacular one-shot. Halloween. A lot of Halloween themes books. Maybe that, or that's just there's a lot of horror stuff going on right now. You'd figure DC Night Terrors would have been a better switch at that October time, you know, around the Halloween thing to kind of go along with it, but no, they did it this time. Kitty agrees. Sins of the Salton Sea number 5, cover A. Here is your cover B. Shout out to Lucas. Got your tentacle stuff. Cover C, Chris Ferguson. Cover D is your 1 in 15 Dave Johnson black and white variant. Moving on, we got Broadsword Comics. So yeah, that means Terror Witch of the Black Rose, number 134. You get this deluxe studio edition. But what they don't tell you is that the classic bundle, you get a mixture of 2 covers. Wild stuff going on here, right? All right, so there's going to be a variant chase if you're into that book. Comics Experience, also known as the CEX, is up with Miracles number 1 of 4 getting a second printing. And then here you have Miracles number 2 of 4 with a cover A by Vince Underwood. And then the throwback homage variant after the Kirby style. Then cover C. Super Scouts, cover A. Super Scouts cover B. And then the cover C. So Super Scouts looks like Power Rangers to me. Just saying. The office door wasn't closed all the way and the cat let herself out. So I'll have a cat banging on the door right now. Distillery, of course. As you guys know, that this is Spine Takes in the house. Good to see you here. Distillery is that new creator-owned publisher got some very interesting things. These covers, take a look and judge for yourself. Gone #1, cover A. Gone #1, cover B. So again, this is by Jock. It's a Jock variant. And then we got Joel Jones doing the 10 copy incentive. But all of these are wraparound variants. They have no advertisement on the back cover. I'm giving you art. Gone #1, cover D's 25 copy incentive. And then there's also a 50 copy Emma Price incentive. So weird looking, sciencey stuff on these covers. I'm digging it though. I am digging it. And Distillery, of course, is creator-owned publishing. So yeah, Zombie Prophet in the house. Good to see you too, man. All right, I've already had a Yeti of coffee, so I'm drinking water right now. I'll get to the coffee later when I get back to work. The Tesla Incident, The Huntsman #1 of 2, cover A. The Tesla Incident, The Huntsman #1 of 2, cover B. Keen Spot, Rebel Girls #2. I think that's how you say that. And then here's your cover B. Star. Cover C. The name is Rot Steak. That is awesome. Is that a pen name or is that your legal name? If that's your legal name, wow, I would like to know the ancestry of that name. Cover D, Danny Harrell. And then here's a blue blank sketch. And then your Fontanini Virgin Foil of the Star. 8 copy incentive. And apparently it's a hollow foil. And apparently they have to fight somebody. It looks like, you know. Kong Comics, Spend the Night. From the mind of Jackie Kong. So, Spend the Night, The Invasion #3, cover A. And I didn't see a cover B, which was weird. Like, why would you advertise a cover A if there wasn't a cover B or an incentive or something? Unless it was hidden. Sometimes that happens. Because again, I don't actually have a Diamond account, so I can't really actually tell. I'm doing the best internet scraping that a man can do with proper resources and AI. Where am I? Mad Cave giving you Devil That Wears My Face, #1. The Devil That Wears My Face, cover B. Next up, we've got Massive Publishing giving you The American Psycho. So, you know what was weird? It said this is Massive, but it says Sumerian on the cover. I'm wondering if there was a mix-up or if Massive is just who owns Sumerian Publishing, and this is kind of how it works now, and that's the reason why we haven't seen Sumerian. You know, maybe. But this looks like the type of dude that would be, you know, on the phone calling up a girl and be like, Melanie. American Psycho #1, cover B. You could clip that too. American Psycho, of course, has this cover C. And is that Mila Kunis' character from the very well less received sequel? I mean, it has Bill Shatner in it. So, yeah. Here's the cover D, Walter. And then this is pretty cool. So this is your 10 copy incentive. It is a Patrick Bateman business card bloodied variant. So that's your 10 copy. This is your 25 copy incentive, and it's the film still. So if I was a betting man and I knew of any possible way that I would be at a signing for Christian Bale, well, I would be looking for certain memorabilia. In my opinion, American Psycho is an American classic film, one that I won't let my son watch until he's much, much further into adulthood to explain to him the satire of it. But yeah, you know, I know a lot of you guys fantasize about killing Jared Leto, so, you know, it's definitely a movie for you. And, yeah, well, other than that, would you get this signed by Christian Bale? Oh, and then wait, there's this 50 copy incentive. And then a 100 copy incentive. And it's a virgin variant. Then there's a 2,000 limited sketch cover. So I'm thinking they're limiting this to 2,000 copies. It's blank. And then there's another film still variant that is hilarious, especially if you don't like Jeremiah. Forgotten Wars #1, cover A. Forgotten Wars #1, cover B. Forgotten Wars #1, cover C. Forgotten Wars #1, cover D. Forgotten Wars #1, cover E, which is your 10 copy incentive. Opus, giving us the very best in rock and roll comic books. Frank Frazetta and the Mothman #3 of 5 with the cover A. The cover B. The cover C, which that one's probably going to do well. This one is the cover D by Hots, and then the 5 copy Hots Unbranded is your incentive. But the Fly homage is probably going to do well. That was tasteful. Scout Comics 9/10/2023 under the Lunar distribution network, so that's why I suggest you get all your books in by tomorrow. The Greylock giving you the cover A, and here's your cover B. Here is your 25 copy Sheehan Spot Foil variant. Quicksand #4 of 5. Sartorial Geek #6 of 12. Space Outlaws #2. Tales from the Grave #1 of 4, and here's your cover A. There is your 25 copy incentive. 13 Origins Zopalite #1. It's a one-shot, and he's flying upside down. Or he's about to crash. I'm not sure which it is. 13 Origins Zopalite #1, one-shot, cover B. And then they give you a complete issue set. And this is, of course, of Thud Double Vision. There will actually be 4 comic books in this FOC order. So if you're into that, that's your thing. Trakovi #2 of 5, cover A, Dave Thomas. Travoki #2 of 5, cover B, Dave Thomas. 13 Origins, cover A again? What's going on here? I don't know what happened there, or why those books were put in twice. Sumerian. So this was under Sumerian. And this is Children of the Comet, #4 of 5. Cover B. Cover C. Or no other covers. Titan Comics, of course, giving us Blade Runner with the first of the Titan Comic SDCC foil blowout. So hear me out. Hear me out. I don't know what these foils are doing on eBay because I didn't check. I'm not currently entrenched into eBay loading books every day like I was like 10 years ago. So, but nonetheless, SDCC Leslie Leary Lee foil variant for Blade Runner 2039 #5 of 12. And then there's also this one, which, if you're a Conan fan, you also probably know that this Conan book went third printing already. This is your SDCC Colleen variant. There's also this Art Germ. Yes, that's right, Art Germ. I know not some people's favorites because, you know. There's then Dead by Daylight SDCC, the Jay Lee version. And that's, of course, a kind of homage. Then we also have Heat Seeker Gun Honey Series #1 with a Bill Sienkiewicz black and white SDCC. And then I'm a fan of Robotech. It's just, it's my genre. Jetfire being a Veritech fighter, kind of. If Hasbro bought them, it would be amazing, because then they would have an excuse for Jetfire showing up in Veritech form. But anyway, Robotech Rick Hunter #1 also has this SDCC Lee Kovic variant. Bro, Spinetix knows what's up. My man Sith Lord over there is just, he's on the same level when it comes to certain things that genres that we're in. Bro, I have, I think it's either 6 or 5 DVD Macross Complete Saga. Have the set. It was given to me by a coworker. He's like, dude, you like Robotech? I'm like, dude, I love Robotech, man. He's like, but I explained to him, I'm like, yeah, you know, I used to rent the Robotech 2 movie, which was just edited parts of the TV series. You know, a lot of weird stuff. But absolutely, man, OG Robotech is amazing stuff. Scarlet Couture, Munich File. But, you know, for everybody who's a fan of Robotech, I definitely recommend you get the original Macross series and have the, you know, the subtitled version. Yep. So Titan, of course, picked up the Robotech license, and I'm trying to put together a Robotech set right now of the 23 or 24 issues that they did, and then the remix just recently. But the Rick Hunter series I haven't picked up yet, so maybe this will be a way. SDCC, the Pinotia Copic of Scarlet Couture Munich File will probably be allocated because I left it on screen for so long. And you know, talk about Robotech and people different. Now, Vault Comics is going to be due whether or not you have Lunar distribution or previews, but either way, you're going to get your orders for tomorrow. Door to Door, Night by Night, number 7, cover A. And I think what's also interesting about this is that these FOC'd on Lunar distribution last week, and they are probably on previews this week. Door to Door, Night by Night, number 7, cover A. Zenoscope with a really big FOC. And notice, never mind. Bell Annual Apex Predator number, no number, it's just the annual for the year. Cover A. Cover B. Cover C. Good art. Even on cover D. Grim Fairy Tales cover A by Vittorino. Cover B says to be decided, but I'm pretty sure they've already selected. Marissa Pope on the cover C. Abundanza. And then Cthulhu cover, the Lovecraft Call of Cthulhu cover A. There's your cover B. Tentacle. Lovecraft Call of Cthulhu cover C. And the cover D. And that one, yeah. Shout out to Lucas. Tales of Terror 2023 Halloween Special cover A, Vittorino. Tales of Terror Halloween Special for 2023 cover B. And then here's your cover C. And then the cover D. This artist, Sonia Modis, is using the Jenny Frisian palette, in case you can't tell. Wonderland, Child of Madness, number 1, cover A. There's your cover B. That's right, kitty. Here's your cover C by Ignacio No. And then Ivan Tao. Very disproportionate on the face, but it's his style. Oh, No came back with a 20-copy FOC variant. Yeah. Then there's the Zenoscope Entertainment Pop Culture Fun Box. Boom Studios is your next publisher. Using more of that Jenny Frisian palette is cover A by Francis for Abbott 1979 number 1. Here's the cover B by Florentino. The 10-copy incentive unbranded, a.k.a. Virgin by Florentino. And then a 25-copy incentive by Malavia. Cover E is your unlockable. Buffy the Last Vampire Slayer number 3, cover A. The cover B. 10-copy incentive. 25-copy incentive. And then we're on to Ghost Lore number 5 of 12. Your cover B. The 10-copy incentive. 25-copy incentive by Corona. And then this 50-copy incentive by Albuquerque. House of Slaughter number 18 is your cover A by Rodriguez. The cover B by Deladera. Par. The cover C Spot UV variant. So, tentacles. House of Slaughter number 18, cover D, 15-copy incentive by Rodriguez. And then House of Slaughter number 18, cover E, 25-copy incentive by Franny. And that is such a throwback to the Halloween movie, if you know what I mean? House of Slaughter number 18, cover F by Franny. And then the Deladera Unlockable. The Hunt for Skinwalker number 1 of 4 getting a second printing, but there is no other variants to go along with it. And then getting on the Academy train is Ranger Academy number 1. The cover B character design variant to go along with it. The blank sketch variant. 10 copy incentive. 25 copy incentive. And then the 50 copy incentive. So I'm wondering, is the 25 copy incentive like a foil variant of the A cover? Because it looks just like the A cover, if you ask me. Sips tea. Up next is Dark Horse Comics, giving us the Cyberpunk 2077 XOXO. Cover A. Cover B. And then they decided to go back to the 4 covers, so they're at a cover C by Tommaso, and then the cover D by Chow. Headless Horseman, Halloween Annual number 1. Getting a cover B to go along with it by Mignola. And then there's also going to be this cover C by Spears on FOC, but no artwork was shown. Murder Incorporated, Jagger Rose, number 6 of 6. Dynamite Entertainment giving us Alice Cooper. Now, why this one is not over at Opus for a story, no idea. So you know what Dynamite said? We're going to variant cover this thing out. So, Alice Cooper fans, we were after Alice Cooper signatures. Well, here you go. Well, here's your cover B, your cover C, and if you know the alphabet, you know this is going to get ridiculous in all these Dynamite books. Cover D is your photo variant cover. Cover E is your blank authentics. Cover F is your 10 copy incentive of the A cover, and then your 10 copy incentive of the B cover, and then your 15 copy incentive of the photo variant, and then your 20 copy incentive of the D cover. 25 copy version of the B cover. This one's going to be pretty cool because it's $99.99 and it's metal. That's right, Katie. Limited version variant, half the price of the metal, same art. Then there's going to be this FOC black blank variant. Then we've also got a 5 copy FOC incentive, Sager black and white. Then we got a cover A for Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, cover A, Perillo. John Royal on the cover B. Cover C. Cover D is your cosplay. Cover E is your 10 copy Perillo tint. Your 10 copy Royal line art, so you know what that means. There's going to be a 15 copy cosplay virgin, and then the 20 copy Soydom virgin. 20 copy John Royale virgin. That one and the Perillo are probably going to be in high demand. So here's your cover J Perillo. It's going to cost you $49.99, suggested retail price. Then this one's your cover K FOC Perillo Ultraviolet. This one, your cover L 10 copy FOC incentive Soydom black and white. And then the cover M 10 copy Perillo tint. Cover N is your 10 copy FOC incentive Perillo Ultraviolet. That looks wicked. I know, right? Vampirilla Dead Flowers, number 1 of 4, gets a cover A by Perillo. Cover B by Turner. A cover C by Gundas. The cover D by Frazetta and Freeman. And then the cover E is your cosplay. Cover F is your blank authentics. Cover G is your Perillo foil. Cover H is your 10 copy incentive Frazetta. We've got the Vampirilla Dead Flowers, number 1, cover I, 10 copy incentive. 10 copy cover J, and then a 10 copy cosplay cover K. 15 copy cover L Frazetta Virgin, and then 20 copy incentive Turner Virgin. And then we're into the tint. So we got the 25 copy incentive Perillo Red Tint, and then 30 copy incentive Turner Virgin. And then we've got the Perillo Metal Premium. Turner Metal Premium. There are 2 metals in this one, and blood sausage is in the house, everybody. So, metal upon metal for all of you Vampirilla Dead Flowers chasers, and then there's going to be a limited version variant of that Perillo, and then the blank authentics is just going to be a red one. Perillo does the ultraviolet thing on this one, and then the foil version here is your cover U FOC variant. Your cover V FOC Frazetta foiled version. The cover W 7 copy FOC Perillo Ultraviolet. I didn't ever think we were going to make it to IDW, but man, I didn't even put the spacer in between the two because it was ridiculous. No, I got it backwards. What happened? So IDW starts off beneath trees where nobody sees. Number 1, giving you this cover B, which they did not have an appropriately sized image of. Same goes for their 25 copy incentive variant, which is just a virginized cover A. And then the 50 copy is just a black and white cover B. Dark Spaces Good Deeds number 5, cover A by Ramsay. Cover B by Heels. Alright, let's go. Got it. Dark Spaces Good Deeds number 5, cover C by Balzano. And then we got the 10 copy incentive by Smith. 25 copy incentive Smith full art variant. We get the 50 copy Balzano full art variant. My Little Pony Black, White, and Blue number 1, cover A. Cover B. Cover C is your 10 copy John Grant. My Little Pony Black, White, and Blue number 1, cover D, 25 copy collar. And then we're on to another best of Lunar at IDW. And this is the best of Bebop and Rocksteady. So if you are a fan of the villain mutants, this is probably a book for you. TMNT's ongoing, however, in issue number 144, showing a cover A by Smith. And yeah, it looks like we got a mutant baboon that I'm not following, so that's pretty cool. More mutants are good, and probably Eastman's cover. You know, you guys know the routine. You probably should pre-order it, and then just make sure it's okay with your shopping with total trash that you can exchange it for. But it's an Eastman cover, and you know, having the creator look, Eastman drawing Turtles is to Liefeld drawing Deadpool and Cable. He does it. People who are fans of the characters love it when their creator is still drawing them. And enjoy it while you can, you know, because life is short. But anyway, TMNT's ongoing 10 copy incentive by Quinones. I want to give him a major props for, of course, including Jenica. But you need that cyan. Where's the Venus at? Because apparently she's in the books now, right? Here's your 25 copy incentive Smith Black and White. There's going to be a 50 copy Eastman, so let me guess, black and white version variant. Maybe that's true. Image Comics is your next publisher, giving you Battle Chasers, going number 12, going back for a second print. I still remember Image FOCing a second print for a book months later and then having a ton of flack for it and then going, we're never doing second prints again. All of a sudden they're back doing second prints. There's a lot of prints in this FOC, in fact, that are on second or later. I'm sorry, I got dusty eye here. Ugh. All right, so Enfield Gang Massacre number 1 of 6, also going back for a second printing. Enfield Gang Massacre number 3, however, will be hitting the shelves, so you can FOC number 1 second print. This is the same time number 3 hits and go to print. So here's the cover B, the Walking Dead Anniversary variant. And then here is King Spawn number 26, cover A by Diodato. Cover B by Cal New. That's fire. But why does the head change in size? Do you guys see this? Like, I noticed these things. Like, something's been edited at, you know, just a little tiny bit when they color. And it's like, it's a cool effect though. If you guys are watching this on screen, sorry, I have an older computer. The processor doesn't do like the major sick transitions, and I probably have the transition time turned down on the slide, but that does look pretty cool. So if you're King Spawn chasing, issue 26 has got something for you with Cal New on the cover B and cover C. The Sacrificers number 3 with a cover A. The cover B. This is pretty cool because this deals with some kind of like God frontier kind of like perspective of stuff from what I'm understanding. I'm gonna have to check this book out, but you guys know I wait until story arcs usually for a fair shake. Cover C is your 15 copy incentive by Chiang. I like that. And then cover D is the Walking Dead 20th Anniversary variant. You guys are watching me, ULTRAMAXIMUS, and you guys know that I might know just a little bit about this property here. So here we go, everybody. Since Void Rivals hit the scene, we've been teased with Transformers lore in that shared Transformers universe that they've been setting up. You know, I'll get to that after in a little bit, but so Transformers number 1, first off, what is going on with the blue chin? Okay. Second off, what's with the broken glass? He's made of unbreakable metal. His glass isn't broken. Stop breaking his glass. All right. Perceptor also developed a glass that doesn't break, so it should be the same. You should be able to see certain things underneath him, and then he should also have the holographic image inducer where he can create an image of a driver in his cab. Anyway, cover B by Johnson and Spicer. Okay, I mean, this was the tease. I'm happy to see RC in an early part of G1 because, as you guys know, she wasn't introduced until Transformers the movie, which was 2 years later. So they're going to break her out in the early part of the Transformers lore. And let's just be honest. Kirkman said he's a Transformers fan, but what he's a fan of the cartoon. He's not a fan of the comic books. We'll see how, if I'm wrong about that, but he's showing so far that he's a fan of the cartoon. Here's your Decepticon cover C. So kind of cool, right? Seekers, Soundwave. And then we got Optimus punching Starscream, which by Ryan Otley, it's not bad. And then we have your 10 copy incentive. This is the 25 copy incentive by Chiang. I mean, I guess it's okay. This is your 50 copy incentive by Manipul. It's not okay. They have humans in the story already. We don't need to be introduced to them post Cybertron. See, this is where IDW started trying to course correct. After they finished the IDW Generation 1, which spanned from 2005 until 2018. And arguably, it's the most complete, best Transformers universe next to Marvel G1. I'm going to go ahead and say that. Marvel G1 has its troubles just because the universe it was in at the beginning and Spider-Man showing up and things like that. G.I. Joe interactions also have its complications with the Marvel G1. But I'm sorry, Marvel G1 and Regeneration 1 and then Truth and Lies, the prequel to the Marvel G1, that's a good read. But IDW G1 from Infiltration all the way to the Unicron miniseries is probably better. Especially just because there's high points in More Than Meets the Eye and Lost Light, as well as the Robots in Disguise and More Than Meets the Eye. Crossover, Dark Cybertron, even though it has its low points, it's still, the storytelling that happens in there is all about fan service for Transformers fans. And this is the reason why it's going to beat out just about anything that you can throw at it. Because it gives you Beast Wars, it gives you all of the different generations of Transformers post-84, and puts everything into one universe. So it's all there. Kirkman's got a really, really big, basically, sweater to weave. Because he can't be just weaving with one little piece of thread. He's got to be weaving with, a loom in different places and starting plot threads and having them all come together in order to make the Transformers universe work. So I have high hopes, but I also have low expectations. But anyway, here's your 50 copy incentive, but guess what they did? They did a spoiler variant for number 1. Okay, so your 100 copy incentive is going to be a spoiler variant. You got 15,000 stores doing store exclusives. I would not be concerned about this one as much as people might be. But there's going to be people who are going to try to set the market on this one really, really stupid high. Untold Tales of Fairyland, I Hate Fairyland number 1 of 4. I'm sorry. I Hate Fairyland number 4 of 5. Untold Tales, I Hate Fairyland number 4, the Walking Dead variant. They did not do an explicit. I don't know what was up with that. But here we go. Third printing still takes the cake as the best artwork. Void Rivals number 1, fourth printing, connecting variant. Here is your connecting variant start. Here is the Void Rivals number 2, third printing connecting variant. So what was really, really weird is that for issue number 3, this says connecting variant on here. This is not a connecting variant. So I would expect, if I were you, an issue number 3 to go third printing already, and that will be a connecting variant. Walking Dead Deluxe number 1, newsprint edition, one shot. So yeah, they're just doing Walking Dead Deluxe in color with newsprint. And then here is the Walking Dead Deluxe number 72 with the Finch and McCaig variant cover showing Michonne with the sword in the house. And then here is the Deluxe number 72 cover B by Adler and McCaig. And then here is the cover C Hughes variant. Final Lunar orders due for DC. We got Batman number 138 with a Jorge Jimenez cover. Batman, Catwoman, the Gotham War. So here we have Dick Grayson going up against Bruce for something. We got the Del Otto variant cover. Okay, that's kind of sick looking. Then we've got the Cho cardstock. And it's not just any Cho, it's Frank Cho, everybody. Frank Cho. That was a sickness for the thickness. Anyway, 25 copy incentive variant for you here, looking kind of cool. So here is the Kia Asamiya. I'm sorry for messing your name up. Frank Cho on the 50 copy incentive. And then we've got, okay, I don't know why such a big transition between this one. Batman City of the Madness, number 1. So this is the cover A by Christian Ward. This looks sick. Here's the cover B by Bill Sienkiewicz. That also looks sick. And then the large files that is all these DCs here is your 25 copy Martin Simmons variant. 50 copy incentive by Christian Ward. Batman The Adventures Continue Season 3, number 8 of 8. And here is your cover A, the cover B, the cover C, and then, as you guessed it, the offer part 3, 25 copy incentive, Hayden Sherman cardstock cover. Birds of Prey number 2, cover A, Leonardo Romero. The David Nakayama cover B and cover C. So on the left is your cover B, on the right is your cover C. They are a connecting variant set for you to buy 2 copies of Birds of Prey number 2. And if you do buy enough 2 sets, you're going to get a 25 copy incentive Chris Bocciolo cardstock variant cover of Zealot doing a split mid-air firing guns. But if you order enough of them, you're going to get the Otto Schmidt cardstock variant cover of Black Canary here. Blue Beetle number 2, cover A. The cover B. That's that new villain that everybody was talking about in issue 1. And then here's the 25 copy incentive. Still waiting for HBO Max myself. Haven't gone to see Blue Beetle. City Boy number 5 of 6. No variants. Or no variants shown. So what I was going to say, if there's no variant shown for this one, I expect it to be something that shows up maybe push back on FSC. Then we have Detective Comics 140 going for a facsimile edition. We have Fire and Ice Welcome to Smallville number 2 of 6, and Terry Dodson delivering on the Fire and Ice thing again. Here's the Greg Smallwood cardstock variant that's actually, in my opinion, better. Joshua Suave Sway 25 copy incentive. Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing, number 11, cover A. Cover B by Ben Oliver. That's fire. And then here is the Mastrazo variant cover. And then 25 copy incentive by Ryan Brown. Peacemaker Tries Hard, number 6 of 6. with the movie homage. Peacemaker Tries Hard, number 6 of 6, cover B, Erica Henderson. And then there's the Anka movie poster variant. The 25 copy Kyle Starks variant. Poison Ivy, number 15, with a cover A by Jessica Fong. The cover B by David Nakayama. There we go. Cover C by Sozo Micah. Cardstock variant. 25 copy Seb McKinnon cardstock variant cover. Of course, it's a Harley and Ivy kiss. This one's probably going to do well in the aftermarket. So make sure if you want that, put in your orders and get it pre-ordered and don't really overpay for ratio, because I can already see that one being set market on eBay before it even hits shelves. Now this one's kind of cool. Poison Ivy number 15, cover F, is the Chrissy Zulo Trick or Treat cardstock variant cover. 78 points of articulation in the house. And if you guys haven't checked out the Discord yet, you're missing out on 78 points of articulation, showing off some of the most spectacular figure work. But anyway, here's your cover F. And again, this is a Halloween trick or treat thing. So Scooby-Doo, Where Are You, number 124. Shazam, number 4, cover A, Dan Moore. And then we got the John Timms cardstock variant cover. That's fire. I'm not just talking about the fire underneath. Cover C is your Chris Samney cardstock variant cover. And it's freezing on all these DCs because their size of the file is massive. Gabriel Del Otto Artist Spotlight cardstock variant cover for Shazam number 4. Shazam number 4, cover E, 25 copy incentive. Nathan Zerdy cardstock variant cover. Shazam cover F, 50 copy Perel variant. Good looking stuff. Marvel Comics is up next. So okay, so let me address before we get into Marvel. Any thoughts about the G.I. Joe 301 coming out in November on Image? No, because it directly ties back to Marvel. So you get the Marvel G.I. Joe run, and then you get the G.I. Joe run at IDW Real American Hero, where it continues all the way until issue 300, and now Image is going to pick it up. So it's basically... Image is trying to retcon the Marvel continuity of Transformers while still not retconning the G.I. Joe continuity. It makes things super complicated when you think about that. So, I don't know, man. We'll have to really see how it pans out. I hope the best. I really do hope. I hope for the best. Amazing Spider-Man is your first Marvel title up, and yes, that is a goblinized Peter Parker. What has the world come to? The Claudio Saccarone Disney 100 variant. The Tony Daniel variant cover. The Elena Casagrande Stormbreakers variant cover, of course. The Zombified. And then we get a 25 copy incentive by Patrick Gleason. Is that an update on the spider suit again? Like, whoa, look at the eyes on that thing, man. That is wicked looking. And there's a 100 copy incentive variant for you. The Avengers number 6. Torrin Clark on the New Champions variant. So, do you guys remember that version of the Infinity Stone that was the Mind Gem that showed up looking like Vision? I still don't know what to think of these New Champions variants, if they're actually just mashups of characters or if they're obviously plays on existing characters, so they're derivatives. Watch out for first appearance. Avengers number 6, James Kerrigan Avengers 60th Anniversary variant cover. The Joshua Swabby Sway variant, and then what was really weird is they showed the Brooks Corner Box variant cover with the same art as the Sway variant. I'm like, that doesn't fit, so I put a placeholder. The Souza Comunidades variant. I don't want to mess that up, but I think I am messing it up. But anyway, here's the Avengers number 6 variant cover. Souza, and then a 25 copy incentive by King Guthrie. Blade number 2 going back for a second printing Elena Casagrande variant cover, but no incentive. Blade number 4. Blade number 4 with a 25 copy incentive Carmen Carnero variant cover. Then there's also going to be this Amanda Connor Howard the Duck variant cover. So I don't know what's going on there. If he got bit, if he actually bit him, and well, he's about to murk them both. But yeah, it's kind of funny. And then there's this Mateus Montanini new champions variant cover. It does not look like Blade's daughter. It looks like a dude, but I know how you can't do nowadays. Captain Marvel number 1. That's right. They needed to reboot her. So just in time for her movie to hit theaters, Captain Marvel is going to be hitting shelves with a Stormbreaker Zombified variant. And I know so many of you are hoping that this comes true in the movie, but unfortunately, the John Tyler Christopher Negative Space variant cover actually hits here. This looks really, really good, JTC. But the Thanos second printing JTC is probably going to be the better hit. Anyway, Captain Marvel number 1 Paco Medina new champions variant cover. Then there's this Jen Bartel variant cover, which should have been the A cover. And then there's the Ricky Yagawa variant, which is your 25 copy incentive. So if you're a Ricky Yagawa chaser, good luck. And I think you'll do fine, because there's 2 reasons why you're probably going to do fine with that 25 copy being around. For one, this David Nakayama foil. For 2, the Sway variant, which is much better than the other one we just saw. And then for 3, Todd Nauk with a Window Shades variant cover for everybody trying to put a Window Shades set together. And then for 4, there's going to be a lot of people chasing this Bartel. This is a good Bartel. I don't know if it's good enough to make Captain Marvel popular amongst my demographic. Because come on, man, she was so horribly written, as a dude says hi to her, so she beats him up and steals his jacket and his motorcycle. I mean, come on, that's totally like out there thinking. But that's what they put in the movie, so that's why a lot of people had a problem with it, and I can understand that. Plus, a lot of people don't like Brie Larson because she's kind of like trying to be activist and stuff. But thank you, Jen Bartel, for making a very, very beautiful Captain Marvel cover that was probably going to look very good in a CGC 9.8. But I'm not chasing it. Captain Marvel Assault on Eden number 1. But let's be honest about something. Right now, you may not like Captain Marvel or these books, but you know what? The girls who are growing up right now, who are in that age, who like Brie Larson's character, when they grow up, they're going to find out how rare these comic books are, and some of them might be after them. They might be after them now. Ask your LCS what's the sales totals like, because I know what they're like at my store. If you don't know that story, there's a backstory to that one. It's kind of funny. I'll tell it at a later date. All right, I'll tell it now. Basically, during all the speculation boom, the Captain Marvel books that had all those first appearances in them wouldn't sell, and then they would sell out, and then nobody would come and get the subsequent issues when they try to order. So the store had a very hard time ordering it for the shelf, so they just stopped ordering it for the shelf altogether. Captain Marvel Assault on Eden, David Baldion variant. And then the Karen Darbo MCU variant cover, probably going to be a hit. But Karen Darbo also did this other variant cover over here, but this one's all about Monica. Cap Wolf and the Howling Commandos number 1. Oh, there he is getting bit by the werewolf. Oh, jeez. Gary Frank's variant. And then we got the 25 copy Declan Shalvey variant. Cap Wolf and the Howling Commandos is going to get a 50 copy wraparound Kirby incentive. So this is going to be one of those covers that I guarantee you will trick people into thinking that you have a cover removed book. Daredevil number 183 going back for a facsimile edition because Frank Castle is going to show up in the Daredevil series that's currently on writer strike. Guardians of the Galaxy number 7, and it says everybody's dead. Oh God, please don't tell me they're going to kill off the Guardians of the Galaxy and make Wiccan and Hulkling Guardians. I know they kind of did last volume, but no. Just no. Ron Lim and the new Champions variant showing a Star Groot killing off what appears to be Starros. That's kind of funny. Corey Smith with the Gamora variant. I mean, what's with all the Gamora variant love? I don't know. This one's kind of good because if you're into that sort of thing. Then there's a 25 copy Megan Hetrick variant of Mantis, which looks strangely disproportionate. Like, what's going on there? Like, why is that fist so big on the right-hand side? What's going on? Invincible Iron Man number 9 going back for a second printing Cal New variant. Magneto number 3. Magneto number 3 with a Betsy Cola New Champions variant cover showing what the? 10 copy Todd Nauk design variant cover. So this is the crazy chick on the cover. Hey, that's Magnus now. Moon Knight City of the Dead number 4 of 5. I don't know, everybody's really into this one. And Scarlet Scarab. City of the Dead with a David Marquez variant cover. 25 copy incentive by a.k.a. Ms. Marvel, New Mutant number 1 going back for a second printing Art Germ variant cover. And of course, you know what that means. There's a 25 copy incentive. Art Adams second print variant that will be grossly overpriced for a long time. I just don't think it's that great. I'm not really liking Ms. Marvel as a New Mutant, but whatever. We'll see how they do. Silver Surfer Rebirth Legacy number 2. Silver Surfer Rebirth Legacy number 2 with a Del Otto variant. But wait, there's more. 25 copy incentive by Mateus Manhanini. And then Del Otto getting a 100 copy Virgin incentive on this one. So apparently they're upping the ordering on this one to get you to get 100 copies because number 1's going back for second printing, and I think the FOC's next week. And it has the JTC the JTC negative space variant, but a redo on it that looks pretty cool. And I think it's going to be heavily ordered though. All right, so we got Spider-Man of India. 5 of 4. What's going on there? And then we got Spider-Man of India number 5 of 4 with a new costume. So I hear lots of people talking about what they could have done from the Spider-Verse movie, and they dropped the ball on it. Star Wars Dark Droids number 3. So here we got Vader saying, "You're a droid? I built one of you when I was like 3, dude." Oh yeah, and then there's one I'm gonna have to be after. There's all these. The Star Wars Dark Droids, John Tyler Christopher action figure variant cover. The Star Wars Dark Droids number 3, Ken Lashley variant, and then we got the Stott Scourged variant. 50 copy incentive Mahmoud Asrar variant cover. Yeah. 100 copy incentive for you. Star Wars Mandalorian Season 2 number 5 showing Ahsoka on the A cover by Walt Simonson. Mandalorian Season 2, 25 copy incentive by Marquez. But then there's Raza. All right, now prepare yourselves because this is going to be huge. Why do I say that? Well, because I know. Mandalorian Season 2 concept art is going to help you and the Razas get all of these 1 in 100s. Because, yes, there's a 100 copy Raza incentive for Mandalorian that has Ahsoka on it. And it is a spitting image of our own Rosario Dawson. So, yeah, go ahead and tell me that this one's not going to be a hit. I dare you. Superior Spider-Man Returns number 1 in a one-shot format. Superior Spider-Man number 1, the Ken Lashley variant. And then Superior Spider-Man Returns number 1, Humberto Ramos variant. 50 copy incentive Common Cold variant. Venom number 26. Venom number 26 with the CF Villa Stormbreakers variant cover showing the zombified Venom. Which is very contradictory because the symbiote would be the one eating him and he would not be able to be zombified. But yeah, you know. Rian Gonzalez on the variant cover here. And then they also did this new Champions variant cover showing Rian Gonzalez, the little guy. Whatever that is. But the 25 copy incentive by Adi Granov. Fire. Wolverine number 38. 38 with the new champions variant. So I see bone claws. I see, yeah. I don't know what's going on here. But this one's pretty cool looking. Go ahead. Try us. Wolverine number 38 with the throwback homage, X-Men 60th anniversary variant cover. And then Eddie Granov back at it again with a 25 copy incentive. X-Men Red number 16, showing us, of course, the Horsemen of Apocalypse. And then, I don't know why Perel variant gave us this one here, but thank you, Gerald Perel, for this. And then we got the Raymond Gay X-Men 60th anniversary variant cover, showing what appears to be very much like X-Men 97 cartoon team. And then we got the Hernanda Souza variant cover. And that is our show. So I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for smashing the like button. Thank you for participating in the live chat. And of course, for all of you back on the Discord, I'll check you back there for the discussions. And for all of you who are just now seeing this, if your shop or ordering website don't treat you like they used to, remember Lucas from Drunken Chat will kick in with like that turbo booster and help you get any one of these books that you see here on this ordering list today. Get your orders into your store by tomorrow. Don't miss out. Don't overpay. Don't get the FOMO. And of course, don't believe the hype men in the kitchen trying to cook these books up to unrealistic numbers for pre-sale to make their hot list so that they can sell them back to you next week at that inflated price. And that is why I am the most honest man in comic book entertainment, and the hated. That's fine. I can take the hate. Shout out to everybody going through things and still striving and putting on content if they're trying to do it to hide the sadness behind the microphone. Reach out to people if you need help. And I want to thank you all for watching. And of course, for the rest of you guys out there in comic book land discovering this show, I'll be back hopefully next week unless something comes up. I try to do a show as much as possible. Of course, comic booking and YouTubing is not my primary job, so I'm not like trying to make money on comic books, so I have other responsibilities besides being a good dad. So I want to thank you all for tuning into my content and subscribing and liking the content and leaving me a comment and breaking the algorithms and doing all the things you do. And that's why I, again, appreciate you all. I'm going to try to make Drunken Chat tonight. I don't know if I can, but if I can't make Drunken Chat, I'm going to try to tune into Spine Ticks while I'm out on the road and say what's up and see what they got going on. And, of course, tune into my buddies in Drunken Chat. So for all of you guys tuning in, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you next week.